Welcome to The Explainer. We are looking at financial clarity for women, moving from overwhelm to advantage. If you've ever felt like navigating your personal finances is practically a second full-time job, well, you are in the right place. Today, we're unpacking a truly transformative message from financial expert Irene, and it's tailored specifically for women. Okay, let's dive into this. We're going to explore exactly how to move from a state of total financial overwhelm into a position of profound strategic advantage.
So let me ask you something. Are you smart, capable, yet financially overwhelmed? Think about it for a second. You might be an absolute powerhouse in your career, managing complex projects effortlessly, or, keeping a busy household running like clockwork. You literally solve difficult problems every single day. Yet the moment it's time to open that retirement account statement or check your monthly budget, a sudden heavy cloud of anxiety just rolls in. It's a paralyzing feeling, right? Well, if you feel lost in the numbers, I want you to hear this loud and clear. It is absolutely not a reflection of your intelligence or your capabilities. No way.
The reason for that anxiety is actually quite simple, and Irene really hit the nail on the head when she said most women do not need another financial lecture. Honestly, isn't that just a massive breath of fresh air? You don't need someone wagging a finger at you or scolding you about your daily latte habit. When women feel overwhelmed by their finances, we tend to internalize it. We think, I'm just bad with money. But actually, scratch that. It is a complete myth. The reality is much simpler and a lot more forgiving. You aren't bad with money at all. The issue is simply that no one has ever taken the time to sit down and clearly show you the full picture without all that intimidating jargon. You see, traditional financial advice often pushes this really exhausting narrative. It's a false fix. It basically tells you that you just need to earn more money, hustle harder, and miraculously have every single financial detail perfectly figured out before you can ever relax. But Irene's experience working with real women reveals the real fix. It's entirely about finding clarity and seeing the full picture. I mean, think about it. Earning more money doesn't actually solve the underlying anxiety if you still have no clue where that money is going, right? Out-earning a lack of clarity just creates a larger, more stressful mess. The true solution is stepping back to finally get a comprehensive, clear view of your financial landscape. And here is perhaps the most empowering realization of the whole shebang. You do not need to have it all figured out. Perfection is simply not the goal here. You don't need to be a Wall Street insider or some math genius to feel secure, and you definitely don't need a flawless 50-page financial master plan mapped out for the next 4 decades. You just need clarity. By removing this immense, paralyzing pressure to be financially perfect, you actually open yourself up to making smart, effective decisions. It's all about letting go of the guilt and focusing only on the bare essentials that actually move the needle. So, the crucial point is, how do we actually get that clarity? Especially at this stage in life when mortgages, savings, and retirement accounts can feel like a giant, tangled puzzle. Well, Irene simplifies this beautifully. It all boils down to just 3 core things. That's it. If you can master these 3 specific, manageable elements, you unlock the exact clarity you need to move forward with absolute confidence. These 3 steps are your direct map out of the maze of financial overwhelm. Step 1, know what you have. This means taking a true, honest inventory of your current assets. We're talking about your savings accounts, your investments, the equity in your home, maybe even an old 401k you totally forgot about. Gather it all up. Step 2, know what you owe. This is your debt, mortgages, credit cards, student loans. Don't hide from it in fear, just document it clearly and objectively. And finally, step 3, know what comes next. This means understanding your future trajectory. What are your actual goals? When do you want to retire? When you lay out these 3 pillars, what you have, what you owe, and what comes next, you instantly replace that vague, looming fear with a concrete, actionable reality. Which leads us to a massive breakthrough moment, and it's probably the biggest misconception out there. The shift doesn't happen when you earn more. Irene has worked with countless women, and she notes that we almost all fall into this trap. You might genuinely believe, if I just get that promotion or that big end-of-year bonus, I'll finally feel secure. But the actual life-changing shift, it happens the exact moment you finally see your full picture. Once you complete those 3 steps we just talked about, the anxiety simply dissipates. True power and security come from the visibility of your finances, not just the volume of income you bring in. So what is the tangible, real-world outcome of achieving this clarity? Well, you gain an incredible strategic advantage. Suddenly, you're able to take your hard-earned resources and actively allocate them into the right vehicles. Maybe that means shifting funds into an IRA or maximizing a 401k match. You start putting your assets into the exact right buckets for your specific timeline. And ultimately,
This allows you to secure your retirement advantage. Instead of just crossing your fingers and hoping for the best down the road, you are deliberately setting up your retirement to work specifically to your advantage. It completely transforms you from a passive, worried participant into an active, empowered architect of your own future. Which brings us to our final, vital question for you today. Are you ready to stop feeling overwhelmed and start feeling clear? We've seen how Irene's approach completely dismantles the myth that you need another lecture or that you have to be some sort of financial perfectionist. It simply requires stepping back, dropping the guilt, and embracing those three pillars: knowing exactly what you have, knowing what you owe, and knowing what comes next. Once you see that full picture, that powerful retirement advantage is entirely within your grasp. So think about where you currently stand right now and ask yourself, what is the very first step you can take today to finally see your full picture?